Good afternoon and welcome to Division II Men's College Basketball. We're at Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan Court. I'm Dave Clifton here along with Ken Wood. We'll be describing the action. You'll be watching the Northeast 10 Conference of the NCAA. Of course, on camera we have Ernie Smith and our on-site producer, certainly Mr. Dolan, I call him. He puts everything together so that we can provide this cable cast. But taking a look at Stonehill, Ken, they have a record of 14 wins and 10 losses. In the Northeast 10 Conference, they're 10-6. They have qualified for postseason play. And of course, the Greyhounds from Assumption College, they're 12-11 overall, and they're just the opposite in the Northeast 10 Conference. They're 6-10. What do you got to say about our sponsor?
Oh, Northeastern Savings Bank's our sponsor for this afternoon's game. Northeastern Savings Bank is your local financial source with 18 locations across southeastern Massachusetts. Experience is the best community bank can offer. Visit northeasternsavingsbank.com.
Folks, look for Will Morton. He's the leading scorer and rebounder on this Skyhawks team. They would like to pick up their 11th victory on the season. I should say their 15th victory, but their 11th victory in the Northeast 10 Conference. A pretty good crowd on hand. Both these teams under the leadership of Chris Kraus, the head coach. He is in his 7th year as head basketball coach at Stonehill. We'll be back with the starting lineups in men's college basketball at its finest. Hurry back. Okay, we're back here at Merckett Gymnasium for the start of Division II men's college basketball. You're watching the Northeast 10 Conference of the NCAA. Here on the Paula Sullivan Court, two real competitive teams. Stonehill with a record of 10 wins and 6 losses in conference play. And they're taking on a pretty good Greyhounds team. They're 6-10, but the Northeast 10 Conference is certainly a terrific conference. We'll be playing 2 20-minute halves. I'm Dave Clifton here at courtside along with Ken Wood. And our officials for today's ball game, Dave Powell, Wilfred Henderson, and Riley McGraw. They'll be wearing the stripes. And we're almost ready, Ken, to introduce the starting lineups. We'll start with Assumption first, the visiting team. They have a record of 6 wins and 10 losses. They have an overall record of 12 wins and a total of 11 losses. Their head coach, Scott Foucher. He's from Wheaton, class of 2013. And it'll be interesting to see how both these teams battle against each other. It's Autism Day here at Merckett Gymnasium. And we're just about ready now, Ken, to introduce the starting lineups for Assumption College.
Now let's meet the starting lineups first.
Stonehill is coming off a loss against Franklin Pierce, 85-79. And Assumption is coming off a victory against St. Michael's of Vermont, 93-74.
So the Assumption lineups right now is for Assumption is Malik Brown. He's forward junior. He's from Waldorf, Maryland, and he comes from North Point High School. Isaac Gadia is guard from forward, and he's from Meriden, Connecticut, Huntington Prep. And Matthew Kelly is a guard junior, and he's from North Pontomac, Maryland, and Quince Orchard School. Jordan White is from Princeton Frederick, Maryland, Clinton Christian School. And then we got Cal Connolly. He's a forward, sophomore, and he's from Rochester, New Hampshire, and Spalding and Tilton School.
Let's take a look now at the Skyhawks starting line. Monty Umalavicius, he wears number 21, a junior forward at 6'8". Michael Bowen gets the starting nod, a senior guard at 6'4", 195-pounder. He's from Mansfield, Massachusetts. He wears number 15. Owen Chose likes to shoot the trois gouaches. I'm talking about 3 balls. A junior guard at 6'2". He'll wear number 13. Brandon Twitty, a senior guard from Randolph, Massachusetts. He'll wear number 3. Will Morton, he's the guy that can throw them in from way downtown. He wears number 33, averaging 19 points per game. At 6'6", he does it all. Also does a great job at rebounding. Stonehill will be back on the road on Wednesday. They'll play an NE10 matchup against St. Michael's of Vermont. They'll return to Merckett Gymnasium next Saturday. That's February 22nd. To close out the regular season against Southern New Hampshire, and that'll be a 3:30 p.m. tip-off. Let's see what Chris Kraus can pull out today, the head basketball coach here at Stonehill College. Class of 2006 here at Stonehill, his 7th season, has 111 victories. Tap control by Stonehill. Here's Will Morton with the basketball. He works the far side of the court to Bowen. Umalavicius goes to the hoop, throws it up off the front of the rim. Bowen with the loose ball rebound. There's a running right hand. It doesn't fall for Chose. Here come the Greyhounds. 12 and 11 overall, 6 and 10 in the NE10 conference. Brown with the basketball, dishes off to Kelly. Kelly with the left hand goes to the hoop, and Chose with the rebound. Stonehill taking the time as they cross midcourt. They work the near side of the court. Bowen comes from the high post to the top of the key. Twitty at the wing on the left. Gets the ball, tries to go low, knocked out of bounds.
Stonehill's ball.
So Stonehill will get the ball back, I should say.
The men's game is 2 20-minute periods.
Here's the J.
Windfall.
Falls around the rim, won't fall for Will Morton. He's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. What a ball player he is. There's a long 3-pointer, won't fall. Chose with his second rebound. Chose is from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. He's a health and science major here at Stonehill College. The Skyhawks dressed in the white jerseys and pants, along with the purple letters. Another turnover by Stonehill. Driving to the hoop nicely, Gator. He's from Meriden, Connecticut. Only a freshman, a 6'3" guard.
Assumption got on the board first with the 2.
Stonehill beat Assumption back on December 1st when both these teams played. Free ball, it's good. Twitty. You'll see a lot of 3-point scoring done by Twitty. Certainly Will Morton, and look for Chose. Ooh, nice penetration to the hoop. Wow.
Yeah.
That was Cal Connolly from Rochester, New Hampshire. The sophomore forward drove down the paint,
Up with his right
used
hand.
his body to shoot the right hand, and he's a lefty. Shot by Bowen doesn't fall, but he gets the loose ball rebound. Chose. Three-pointer. Doesn't work for Stonehill. Gator with the rebound. Plays catch with Brown. Nice fake. And nice look as he went to the hoop, Matthew Kelly.
Stonehill down by 3.
He's from Maryland. He's also a junior. This team is a lot better, Kenwood, than their record indicates, 6-10. Doesn't fall for Stonehill. Long three-pointer. Bowen picks up his 3rd rebound. Here's Will Morton. Irmela Vicious posted low. Hands off to Twitty. And on the far side of the court, Bowen with the left-hander. He got a 3-ball.
Tie game, 6-6.
He's an all-round player. Does a little bit of everything. Defense, offense. Just had a foul called against him. Coach Chris Kraus now will provide 3 substitutes. Irmela Vicious gets a rest. Bowen gets a rest. And Chose takes a seat. So Owen DeGraff at 6'8", he comes in. And also getting some playing time, Andrew Sims. Nice penetration and drive to the hoop. That was Gator once again. Twitty works the far side of the court to Sims. And we're going to have a whistle on the play. So they'll call a foul against Cal Connolly. The sophomore picks up his 1st personal. Stonehill will put the ball in play. Josh Mack, the point guard. Will Morton takes the J. Doesn't fall for him. Mack to Will Morton, who goes to the hoop, throws it up with his right hand, and it's a missed shot. This cable cast, a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. Stay with us, folks. College basketball at its finest, Division II. Both these teams part of the Northeast 10 Conference. Owen Chose will come back into the lineup. We got an injured player in the paint area on his side. We certainly hope that he's okay. Malik Brown from Waldorf, Maryland. The junior being looked at right now by the trainer is both teams go to their coaches. The injured player, Brown, averages 13.4 points per game. Their leading scorer for the Greyhounds, Matthew Kelly, 15.2. Looking at Stonehill College's scoring, of course, Will Morton, a senior with 19 points a game. Owen Chose has 14.1 points per game, and Brandon Twitty, another three-point shooter, averages 13.7 points per game. But Will Morton also leads the team in rebounding with 8.7. Irmela Vicious, he's got pretty good size. Here's Brown now being helped off the court. Two strong guys, Vanovic, and of course Patrick Fleming.
Unfortunately, the way Brown's walking off there, doesn't look like he's going to be back in the game today. I hate to see some of these players get hurt.
You do, and he's been a good player for this Greyhound team.
And number 13, Branislav.
At the foul line is Jordan White. He'll shoot the free throws.
Shooting 2.
Assumption right now out in front, 8-6. First free throw works for the Skyhawks. White is from Prince Frederick, Maryland. Played his high school basketball at Clinton Christian School.
You got both. 6-10.
Here's Josh Mack from Winchester, Virginia. He's the point guard. Stonehill shuffling the ball in and out. 14 seconds on the 30-second clock. And we got a little traveling violation. A little skip, hip, and hop.
Yeah.
And you can't move that pivot foot. You got to make sure you dribble the ball. Stonehill down by 4 points, 10-4. We're playing two 20-minute halves. Two terrific coaches on the sidelines for both these Northeast 10 conference coaches. There's a shot from way downtown. Air ball ends up in the hands of Mack. Mack gets it to Twitty. Over the head pass out front.
Those are those dangerous overhead passes. Almost lost it.
Well, with Owen DeGraff out there at 6'8", didn't go by him. And there's a three-pointer. I called his name out. He threw in a three-pointer.
Owen again. Stonehill down by 1.
Little tricky dribble at the top of the key.
Almost lost it, too.
White goes to the low post. Kelly. And there's a shot. Doesn't fall. Josh Mack with the rebound. Gets it to Chose. Owen Chose. Gets it back to Mack. Owen DeGraff. Three-pointer. Bang! He got it. Three ball. Head coach Chris Krause, 7th season for the Skyhawks.
12-10, Stonehill College.
They host the Greyhounds in the blue jersey.
And they got a three.
Another shot from way downtown. Kelly can shoot them. He's a junior. Another Maryland player. Kelly is averaging 15.2 points per game. He leads the Greyhounds in scoring.
Stonehill down by 1. Ooh.
And again, a turnover by Stonehill.
McGrath couldn't catch it with 2 foot forward.
Well, Coach Chris Krause now making wholesale substitutions. Bowen Morton back in along with Umalavicius. Bowen stays in with 20. Twitty, not 20. Another turnover.
Greyhounds number 2, Isaiah Gator.
Damon Rance wears number 44. He's from Melbourne, Australia. He certainly has traveled a long way, although Branislav Vojanovic, he's from Belgrade, Serbia. He's on their bench. Here's Bowen. Goes low to Umalavicius. He makes his move. He goes to the hoop. Throws it up. Can't put it in. Good save by Will Morton. (13-12), and we're going to have a pushing violation.
His first personal, the team's 3rd foul.
So Umalavicius picks up a pushing foul. His team 10-6 in any 10 conference play. They're 14-10 overall. If you just joined us, we're at Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan Court. Stonehill from Easton hosting a team from Worcester. They call them Assumption College, the Greyhounds. There's a long shot by Kelly, won't fall. Bowen with the rebound.
11:29 left in the first period.
Bowen's dad, the head baseball coach here at Stonehill. He has the ball. He goes to the hoop. Went underneath the basket, used his left hand, which he is a lefty, kissed it off the window for the basket. Stonehill out in front now by 1 point. Stonehill playing some pretty good defense right now.
Ooh, almost stole that ball.
7 seconds on the 30-second clock. They have to shoot it. They do. Doesn't fall. Bowen with another loose ball rebound. Seems to be at the right place at the right time.
That's right.
Sims gets it to Twitty for the three. Doesn't fall. Chose gets the rebound. Makes it.
Good.
So that's a two. Stonehill out in front, 16-13. Quick timeout called by head coach Scott Foucher. His first season as head basketball coach for the Skyhawks.
We're halfway through the first half.
Let's take a look, folks, at other teams that are playing today in the NE10 Conference. Franklin Pierce plays at St. Michael's of Vermont. Southern New Hampshire, hosted by Bentley College over there in Waltham. American International College visits New Haven. St. Rose travels to Adelphi, and Lemoyne battles with Southern Connecticut State University.
Stonehill will be playing at St. Michael's there on the 19th away, and then they'll be back here on the 22nd, Southern New Hampshire. So it'll be a good game for anybody locally here in the eastern area to come over and see. They're terrific games.
Offensive charge. They'll call an offensive charge against the Greyhounds. That's Damon Rance from Melbourne, Australia, on the foul. Little thank you to Dean O'Keefe and Doug Monson for their help and support with the stats and the opportunity to bring this game to the Easton fans and all the communities that surround Stonehill. Nice basket by Sims underneath. He likes to use that left hand off the window. Underneath Kelly. Takes the shot, gets it back out front. And Kelly looking for a shot. Getting the opportunity to cover him, of course, is Bowen. So the ball went out of bounds. They'll give the ball back to Assumption College. 9:26, we're in the first half. Stonehill right now out in front by 5. Stonehill will qualify for postseason play as a result of their 10-6 NE10 conference play. They have 3 games remaining, including the one they're playing tonight as they host Assumption. They'll play at St. Michael's of Vermont. They'll travel on Wednesday evening. The next Saturday, they'll be back, and they'll host Southern Connecticut University. I should say Southern New Hampshire University. There's a quick shot. 30-second clock goes off. Stonehill will take it out of bounds. Bowen and Mack in the background. I should say in the back court. Unfortunately, Malik Brown was injured. He came out of the game for the Greyhounds. Here's Will Morton. He drives, he stops, he pops, doesn't fall, but he got fouled. So he'll go to the charity stripe. He'll shoot 2.
He's a good free shooter, so he should get his shots.
Taking a look at the East Regional poll, Stonehill is ranked 8th. St. Anselm's right behind them. They're 14 and 8 overall. And then you have teams like Lemoyne and Adelphi. They too are ranked. They're in the Southwest Division of the Northeast 10 Conference. Hats off to the assistant coaches that work with Chris Kraus. I'm talking about Matt Miller and Carter Smith. Carter was a former player here, class of 2006.
That three-pointer just didn't fall for something.
Twitty and Morton, the co-captains. Here's DeWolf, takes it, three, bang, he got it.
All net.
He can shoot the threes. That's his 3rd three-pointer.
Stonehill up by 10. 8:32 left in the
This is the
first
biggest
half.
lead that Stonehill has had. They're getting the job done on defense. That's a shot, doesn't fall. Here's Mack with the rebound.
Assumption's missed quite a few of those shots.
Sims goes low, along with the Wolf. Looked like Owen DeGraff, rather, from Beansville, Ontario. Tried to go low. Went out of bounds, knocked out by one of the blue jerseys at Assumption, so Stonehill will get it back. Skyhawks have a 10-point lead. They have the ball. They move the ball around the outside perimeter. They go low to Sims. He'll use his left hand. He does, and he bangs it off the window.
Oh, Monty.
He faked right, went left, and banked it off the window. He loves these glass backboards underneath.
Oh,
Ball
Stonehill.
stolen. Here's Mack. He goes coast to coast, throws it off the window, doesn't make it. Kelly
Ooh,
gets it to Gator for
And it
the
went in.
basket. The freshman from Meriden, Connecticut, played some basketball at Huntington Prep.
Stonehill up, still up by 10.
Hermela Vicious comes to the scorer's table along with Owen Chose. And there's a basket. Looked like a traveling violation, though, but they'll take the basket. 12-point lead by the Skyhawks. Here's Kelly. He's quick, goes to the hoop, gets fouled. Did a little crisscross there on the dribble. He went right down the lane in the paint. He crisscrossed over to the left, threw it up while he was falling, and got fouled.
Matthew Kelly at the line, shooting 2 for the Greyhounds.
So Kelly will shoot 2 from the charity stripe. Matthew's a junior. He's from Maryland. He's quick,
That is first.
made the free throw. Kelly is averaging 15.2 points per game. He plays about 34 minutes a game. Here's Kelly, studies the basket, makes it. Stonehill being pressed now in the backcourt. Here's Will Morton to Sims. Chose. They're going to set something up. They work against a zone defense. Underneath the Chose.
And got fouled.
From Chose, I should say, from Twitty to Sims for the basket. He got fouled.
Going to get his three-point shot.
And yes, it'll be an old-fashioned three-point play. He'll shoot from the foul line. He's a southpaw. What a terrific job he's done tonight underneath the hoop.
And he got his that third shot.
He's from Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Stonehill 30-17. 6:22 left in the first half.
Sims is 6'6". Oop. Nice J by Jordan White. Coach Chris Kraus calls a play from the sidelines. We're down to about 6 minutes here in the first half.
And Monty chugging in there. Oh,
And he does. He threw it up. Air ball went into the basket.
He moves left, he moves right, and back and forth to every time.
He's tough. He's strong.
Oh, yeah.
He wears number 21.
Wouldn't
Rebound
fall.
pulled down by Morton. Morton calls the play. Vicious goes to the low post. Twitty comes back out front to help. Here's Morton. Underneath to Monty. Monty takes the shot. Doesn't make it. Looked like he had that one. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Chose. He goes coast to coast, gets the shot blocked. And again, we're going to have a foul in the play. They'll call this against Stonehill.
That's Skyhawks foul, number 13, Owen Chose. His first person of the team's fifth foul.
So they'll call it against Owen Chose.
For Stonehill.
He wears number 13. 5:01.
Yeah, it wouldn't fall.
Chose does a pretty good job of rebounding. He's not the biggest guy on the court. Chose looking for that three-pointer. Goes low to Monty. To Bowen. Bowen goes to the hoop.
And he
Throws
gets
it
it.
off the window. 2-ball. Bowen from Mansfield, Massachusetts.
34-19, Stonehill. 4:24 left in the first half.
Here's Kelly looking for a shot. Hook pass out front at the top of the key. Shot won't go in for the Greyhounds.
Greyhounds haven't been getting those three-pointers. There's a lot of them just bouncing off the rim and up.
Jordan White on the shot. Bowen on the rebound. He has the ball. Bounce passes to Twitty. They go low to Vicious. Looks for his hook shot. Twitty. 3-ball. He got it. That was a long one from the top of the key.
37-19, Stonehill.
He's from Randolph, Massachusetts. Played his high school basketball at Catholic Memorial. There's another 3-ball. They come right back. Give credit to Branislav Vujaniva. He's from Belgrade, Serbia. My apologies if I mispronounced that name. That's a lot of letters to put on the back of a jersey.
Turnover.
Not an apple turnover. Shot missed.
Those other three-pointers, they just aren't falling for him.
Kelly wants to set up a play. This guy loves to go to the hoop. Gator. Timeout called by Stonehill. 37-24. The Skyhawks out in front of the Greyhounds. I saw the big Greyhound bus pull up to drop the team off.
Oh, yeah? He was backing all the way, huh?
Let's take a look at the East Regional poll. some of the teams that are in the top 10 are teams that Stonehill has battled with. I see Lamone, St. Thomas Aquinas, Damon, Adelphi, Stonehill. President of Stonehill College.
Isaac Gatler is the head scorer right now for Assumption, and also Matthew Kelly. He's got 7.
Okay, play action begins. Mack with the basketball, bounce passes to Bowen, to Twitty. And again, goes out of bounds. Stonehill will get it back. And we should say that the Department of Athletics here at Stonehill College encompasses varsity sports, sports clubs, and intramurals. And in all levels of competition, athletics are a big part of life here at Stonehill. 80% of the students participate on an NCAA Division II varsity team, or they play an intramural or club sport. What a terrific college. 164 full-time faculty. And of course, about 2,500 students. 60% are female, 40% male. What a place to go for an education and to participate in extracurricular activity.
Owen DeGraff now is head scorer right for Stonehill, 9 points.
He got 3 3-pointers, all net. Will Morton now had a rest. He's back in the lineup.
His first person on the team, 6.
Right now, Stonehill has their smaller team out there. Will Morton at the scorer's table. He'll be coming back in as Kelly takes a free throw. It rolls around the rim and it falls. And by the way, that wasn't Kelly. That was Branslav on the free throw. Makes them both.
He's a pretty good free shoulder.
Here's Morton with the basketball across midcourt. Greyhounds on a man-to-man defense. And there's a three-pointer. That was a 2-ball. Stonehill out in front now, 39-26. The clock running. Ball stolen. Here's Mack, goes to the hoop, throws it off the window, doesn't fall, goes out of bounds. Assumption College gets it back. Dave Clifton here along with Ken Wood. Stonehill out in front of Assumption College, 39-26, 148, the clock ticking. Here's Kelly, he wears number 4. He leads his team in scoring. Here's Kelly with the J. Doesn't fall. Will Morton with the rebound. Dishes off to Mack. They work the far side of the court. They go low to Morton. He fakes. Actually, that was Sims. Once he started to take that left-handed bank shot, I knew it was Sims.
Assumption's 3-pointers has just fallen.
Twitty to Sims. Sims gives it to Morton. Sims goes to the low post. Morton drives and gets fouled out front. So the official calls a timeout.
Assumption fouls at number 2.
And we get an elbow foul called against
Stonehill.
Assumption.
The bonus, Will Morton from the line to shoot 1-1.
Here's Will Morton now at the charity stripe.
Stonehill's number 33, Will Morton. That will be his second.
If it's going to get rough, send Bowen in.
17th foul.
He's at the scorer's table.
Number 2 for Assumption, Isaiah Gator.
He's a mild-mannered player.
8th foul.
He's got a brother that's doing a terrific job at Mansfield.
Jordan White. Will Morton at the line.
He got, I think, 29 points last night in a high school game. I wonder if he'll come to Stonehill. Morton makes the first free throw. The left-hander will get a second.
40-26 Stonehill. 53 seconds left in the first half.
Second shot is good.
41-26 Stonehill.
That in for Stonehill, number
Will Morton gets a rest. 53 seconds. Here's Kelly now. Gets across the timeline. There's a shot. Rebound fought for. Went out of bounds. Stonehill gets it back.
Assumption just isn't getting those three-pointers, Dave. They're just bouncing right off that rim and out.
Stonehill now will take their time. We got 30 seconds remaining. About 21 seconds on the 30-second clock. They're going to burn some of the time off before they take the shot. Sims at the high post. Bowen at the wing on the right. Twitty in the far corner. He stops. He takes the shot, but he got fouled. Well, there was a foul called by the official. A blocking foul called against the Skyhawks. 8.3 seconds remaining. Greyhounds get it across. They take a long three. Air ball. And that's the end of the first half here at Stonehill. The Skyhawks out in front of the Greyhounds, 41-26. This has indeed been action-packed basketball. Division II men's college basketball. You have been watching the NE10 conference of the NCAA. Dave Clifton here along with Ken Wood. We'll be back with our halftime stats and certainly an interview. Hurry back. Okay, we're back here at Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan Court. The score at halftime, Division II men's college basketball. Stonehill out in front, 41-26. Kirk Campbell with me, the PA announcer. You probably heard his voice in the background. What about the first half for the Stonehill men?
They look good. They're doing all the things they have to do. They're rebounding, they're scoring, they're shooting the ball very well. De Graaf off the bench shoots it from the corners. He's looking good. And if they keep this up, they should have no problem cruising to a victory today.
When we talk about tournament play, we know that the women's team is in first place. Stonehill College, 11-3. I should say in the conference play, but they've won 16 ball games. How about the men? Are they going to qualify?
Oh, they're definitely going to qualify, I think. And they're in second place in the conference. They get a couple more wins. If they win out, I think they get a bye in the tournament, the NE10 tournament. And then they've got to be in contention for the regionals at least. So we'll see how it plays out, but they've got to win some games. 3 games left, and they've got to put some wins on the board. Then they might have a chance.
Now, Stonehill travels to Vermont on Wednesday. They take on St. Michael's. They come back here next Saturday, and they will host Southern New Hampshire University, and that ends the season. How fast it goes by. What about Sims underneath the board? He's a good addition to this team.
Absolutely. He comes off the bench. He does all the dirty work, right? And he scores a little bit, but he gets rebounds, he plays defense. He does all the things the coach needs him to do right off the bench. He's a great addition.
No, Stonehill basketball, it's at its finest, and I encourage folks out there that are watching, come on down and support the team. They'll be back again next Saturday. Tournament time is the first week in March, and we're looking forward to hosting some games here.
Absolutely. The AD sent me the possible playoff schedule, and it looks like a whole nother season could be possible right here at Merker Gymnasium. So we're looking forward to playoff basketball, my favorite time of the year.
And I can't sleep if I don't hear your voice on the weekend. But I thank you very much, Kurt, for all the good things you do here at Merker Gymnasium. We'll be back with the start of the second half. The men's team from Stonehill right now out in front of the Greyhounds from Worcester, Massachusetts. Yes, Assumption College. The score 41-26. Okay, we're back here at Merker Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College, not too far from downtown Easton. Stonehill right now leading by a score of 41-26. I'm Dave Clifton. I'll be describing the action. Joining me, Ken Wood. They call him Mr. Easton. And I know that Stonehill, they're doing a pretty good job in the Northeast 10 Conference. 3 games remaining, including this one. We know they'll be in postseason play, but it may help in terms of buys if they can pick up the last 3 games. They've enjoyed a pretty good lead. What about the stats and the scoring here? For Stonehill, Irma Vicious has 2 points, 6 by Twitty. The leading scorer for the Skyhawks with 9 points, that's 3 3-pointers. Owen DeGraff coming off the bench. Andrew Sims, 3 left-handed shots off the window. Greyhounds put the ball in play here to kick off the second half. I shouldn't say kickoff, it's basketball. Call it bounce off. We have 1 20-minute half and ball stolen. Here's Will Morton from Minneapolis, Minnesota, gets it to Bowen. Over to Irma Levicius. He goes back down to the low post. Here's Twitty. Bounce passes to Monty for the basket. A 2-ball in the paint area. That was one time he didn't have to use the backboard.
No.
Kelly gets it back out front. Stonehill scores first here in the second half. And there's a dunk.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. That was Jordan White.
Bowen, you got 2.
And of course, this Assumption team has the size. Will Morton, bang, he got it. 3-ball.
46-28, Stonehill.
And there's a foul in the act of shooting.
That's Stonehill fouls at number 21, Monte Yermilevicius, his second personal.
One of his own players knocked the ball out of the hoop. He should have just left it alone or would have went in.
At the line, shoot 2.
This is the guy that dunked the ball, Ken. Jordan White makes his first free throw. He'll get a second. He's got pretty good size. He's 6'6", weighs about 196 pounds. He's from
Second one didn't fall.
Frederick, Maryland. Kelly steals the ball, goes low, ball stolen by Bowen. It's Bowen. Those are the little things that he does that makes a big difference. Twitty goes to the hoop, throws up a running right-hander in the paint, and he makes the basket. just dished it off over the front of the rim for the basket.
Come in, Mike! Come in, Mike!
So the Skyhawks get it back. Another turnover for the Greyhounds. Stonehill right now enjoying one of their biggest leads in this ball game.
Oh, that was a long pass. 3/4 of the way down the court.
Here's Monty posted low. Bowen on the other side. Out front, they dish off to Monty, who throws it up, gets his own rebound, goes back up, misses the second shot.
Ooh, they got a 3-pointer that time.
On the far side of the court, nice shot by Branslav. He's a pretty good shooter.
That assumption foul, number 21, Cal Connolly. His second
The
personal.
Greyhounds haven't been getting their 3-pointers. It's starting to get them now.
Andrew Sims now comes in. Gives Ermolovicius a rest. Here's 23. Doesn't fall.
Round the rim and out.
Kelly crossed the court pass. They work the far side. They go to the hoop, throw up an underhand scoop shot. Loose ball picked up by Morton. Morton across the timeline. Gets fouled. He'll call the foul
Assumption foul, number 13.
against
His first personal.
Vedinovich. Gets the foul called against him. That's his first personal foul. Morton to Chose. They play catch out front. They get it to Twitty, ball stolen. Kelly. Bounce passes, scoop shot.
And then
Nice penetration down the lane by Jordan White. He's a pretty good player.
yeah, he's been doing a good job today.
Can dunk the ball, knows how to use the glass. Gets quite a few rebounds. Here's a three-point shot up. Bang, he got it. 3-ball.
51-34 Stonehill. 6:17 left in the final period.
Ball stolen. Here comes Morton. 3-on-2. Ball stolen. No, restolen. Picked up by Andrew Sims for the basket. The left-hander used his right hand off the window, kissed it off the glass for the basket.
He was bouncing around the floor and he scooped it up and put it up.
And I'm sure he was saying, can you imagine what you can find here underneath the basket? There's a long shot, doesn't fall. Stonehill comes back with the basketball. We're in the second half here at Mercott Gymnasium. You're watching Division II men's college basketball. It's the Northeast 10 Conference of the NCAA.
Ooh,
Got banged out of bounds.
oh, Monty there, he fell hard.
That assumption foul, number 2. Isaiah Gator.
So
His fourth personal.
Stonehill will get the ball back. Bowen comes out.
Team foul.
Mack comes in.
In the lineup for assumption number 23, Patrick Fleming.
Stonehill will line up along the baseline. They'll pick for each other to get the ball in bounds. Morton looking for a shot. He takes it. Doesn't get it this time.
Front rims.
Here's Kelly. He's being covered closely by Twitty. Morton with the rebound on the missed shot by Jordan White. Mack gets it to Twitty. Morton at the high post.
You got it.
Yes, Twitty with the basket. How do you ever get that one off?
Yeah.
He never even jumped.
Monty, you're going 5.
So we're going to have a foul in the act of shooting.
Stonehill foul, number 5, Josh Mack.
Monte Humelavicius will come back into the ball game for the Skyhawks.
Patrick Fleming at the line, shooting 2.
So we get 2 shots by Fleming. Missed the first.
And for Stonehill, number 21, Monty Humelavicius.
J-Mac,
Monty's back in.
So Chris Kraus, the head coach here at Stonehill, he'll go with Twitty, Humelavicius, Sims, Mack in the back court, along with Will Morton. There's some pressure in the back court. Twitty with the ball. Gets it back out front. They work the top of the key. They look for Humelavicius low. Ball stolen. Here comes Kelly. He's fast. He goes to the hoop. He throws it off the window. Makes the basket. Good fast break.
Right hand layup.
55-37. Little give and go. Twitty 3. Won't fall. And the Greyhounds pull down the rebound. Couple more baskets and they're back in this ball game. Again, they have some pretty good size. I take a look at the size of Conley. And we got a traveling violation before he took the J. Twitty comes out, Morton comes back in. For the Skyhawks, Rance comes in and gives a rest to Jordan White. Right now you're going to see some pressure in the back court. Will Morton to Sims to Mack. They're looking for the free shot. Very capable of taking the threes.
Getting down for the time. Ooh.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Good hustle by this Kelly.
Skyhawks basketball. Into the Skyhawks lineup.
Kelly's fast. Here's Bowen now, puts the ball into play. Nice try by Humelavicius. He tried to catch it in the air and throw it in the hoop. 12:42, the clock running. Underneath to Kelly, makes the basket. And again, they go into a half-court, I should say, zone press. 2-2-1 press. And again, they're playing a zone defense. Stonehill likes that. They get to shoot their threes. Here's Mack with a 3. He back rims it. Kelly comes down with the rebound. Good ball movement. They take the shot. They miss it. Nice rebound. Follow-up rebound by Will Morton. Here's Bowen to Mack. Morton. Humelavicius posted low. And we're going to have a foul in the play. Blocking foul. They'll call this against Mack.
Skyhawks fouls number 5, Josh Mack. His second personal.
55-39, Stonehill. 11:36 left in the final period.
Owen DeGraff now comes in. He has 9 points in this ball game. Humelavicius gets a rest. Josh Mack comes out. He gets a rest. 11:36. We're in the first half here. I should say second half. 55-39. I'm Dave Clifton here along with Ken Wood. We're having a ball here watching some Division II college basketball. Officials timeout right now.
We'll be back here on the 22nd. Southern New Hampshire will be playing here at 3:30 p.m. So come over and join us at Stonehill. There's terrific games over here at this beautiful stadium. Or gym.
Oh, I thought you were outside at the stadium. Assumption College, they have an injured player. He's on the bench. Brown, he got injured in the first half. Here comes Will Morton. He goes to the hoop, throws it off the window with his right hand, comes out of bounds and gets his own rebound. Here's a stop, a pop, bang, he got it. So a quick 2 points picked up. He chose the right spot, no doubt about it. Here's Kelly being covered closer by Chose. He stops, he takes a three, he gets it.
Monty's on the weekly honor roll here for Stonehill.
And you can see why this Kelly player leads his team in scoring. He's quick, he can shoot from outside, and he can drive. Will Morton, he goes to the hoop, throws it off the window, and makes a pretty basket.
That's why those off the window and into the glass worked out good.
Quick 30-second timeout called by Stonehill College coach Chris Krause.
59-41, Stonehill. 10:33 left in the final period.
Just a reminder, Stonehill will be back on the road on Wednesday for an NE10 matchup. They'll be in Vermont taking on St. Michael's in a 7:30 p.m. tip-off. The Skyhawks will return next Saturday, February 22nd. They'll close out their regular season against Southern New Hampshire, and that tip-off will be at 3:30 p.m. The officials for today's game, Dave Powell, Wilfred Henderson, and Riley McGraw.
You can catch the Comcast channels on 97 and Verizon channel on 24 for watching the Stonehill games. Watch for the listings.
Chris Krause in his 7th season leading the Skyhawks. Missed shot rebound. Ends up in the hands of Chose. He dishes off to Morton. They play catch out front. The Greyhounds go in a zone defense. A 2-1-2 zone defense. As Morton takes the shot, get it! He loves a zone defense. And the secret against a zone defense is to move the ball. Not the person, but move the ball, get someone open to take that shot.
Stonehill up by 19.
Morton with another rebound. He leads the Skyhawks in scoring as well as rebounding. Stonehill right now out in front by 21. Oh, make it 23.
Brian DeGraff.
Owen DeGraff has his 4th three-pointer off the bench, and he can shoot them from way downtown. He's 6'6". Nice rebound by Bowen on the missed shot. Assumption, their last victory was against St. Michael's, 93-74. They're 12-11 on the season, and in the NE10 conference, the Greyhounds they have an interesting record. They have, believe it or not, 12 victories. Here's Stonehill with the ball. They have the lead. Will Morton takes the J. Almost took that from downtown Easton. Nice penetration to the hoop. They'll call this foul against Owen DeGraff.
Fouls on the Skyhawks. Number
Going to the
75.
foul line will be Saxon Thompson.
For the three-point shot.
Skyhawks 14.
He's another freshman from Allen, Texas.
Is good. For Saxon Thompson, he's at the line. He'll shoot one.
The Greyhounds are dressing tonight 6 freshmen. So they're a young team. They'll be back. Bowen gets a rest.
The quarterfinals are going to, in the tournament, it's going to start on March 1st. And the semifinals will be on the 4th. And the championship will be on the 7th. All of March.
The last time that both these teams met back on December 1st, Stonehill won the game 82-76, so that was a close one.
Monty got that one, pulled it down.
Okay, we're at the 8-minute mark.
67-43, Stonehill.
Monty looks to go to the hoop, and we're gonna have a foul called against Monty.
Offensive foul on Stonehill, number 21. Monty Emerald, this is his third personal.
So he was actually using his elbow, I guess, to go low towards the basket. Good try. Monty hauls, I should say, Will Morton hauls down the rebound. What a career he's had here at Stonehill College. He's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And he has done a terrific job. He's a senior co-captain this year along with Twitty.
Personal, the team's sixth.
Offensive foul, Stonehill now.
They'll call this against Chose. Backing in. All Stonehill has to do right now is to swap baskets. Ken back and forth.
By yourself, Will.
Will Morton with the rebound. Went out of bounds. And let's see who they give it to. They'll give it back to the Greyhounds.
In and out, chosen twist.
6 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. And a nice tip in. And there he is, Ken, once again.
Yep.
Jordan White. We have timeout on the court. Some interesting games going on throughout the Northeast 10 Conference. Franklin Pierce plays at St. Michael's. Bentley over in Waltham will host Southern New Hampshire, a team that Stonehill will play next Saturday, Southern NH. AIC visits New Haven. St. Rose travels to Adelphi. And Lemoyne will battle Southern Connecticut State University. We appreciate the efforts of Ernie Smith on camera along with Chris Dolan.
Now we got the Stonehill dance team out here.
And we appreciate the contribution that the Northeast Savings Bank has made. They're the local financial resource with 18 locations across southeastern Massachusetts. Experience the best a community bank can offer. Visit the Northeast Savings Bank online, drop in, and tell them that you appreciate them covering the Stonehill College basketball games.
And they back up all these non-profits in town. They've helped us with the Eastern Food Pantry many a time.
Oh, they're terrific. They're very much into community service, no doubt about it.
Now with all their offices after they merged with Mutual Bank. They're both in Bristol and Plymouth counties.
Saxon Thompson, his second personal.
There's a grabbing foul called against the Greyhounds. Stonehill, by the way, is affiliated with the Congregation of Holy Cross. Members of this congregation share in the mission of the college as administrators, faculty, and campus ministers. Reverend John Denning is the 9th Holy Cross priest to serve as Stonehill's president. In addition, 2 members of the congregation serve the college as members of the trustees. Many of them are former Stonehill alumni. 22 varsity teams, 20 intramural sports programs, and 11 intercollegiate club teams. And that continues to grow. So with timeout on the court, Stonehill out in front 67 to 45. They are hoping for their 14th victory in the NE10 conference. That'll move them a little closer to the top spot. And they will have an overall record of 18 wins and 5 losses if they can pull this one out tonight. They claim that Monty Umalavicius stepped on the baseline. That'll give the ball back to the Greyhounds. Of course, the game is never over till it's over, but Stonehill right now in the driver's seat. Nice rebound, pulled down by the 6'6" Sims. He's terrific.
67-45 Stonehill. 5:56 left in the final period.
Will Morton looking for the shot, goes to the hoop, and we're going to have a whistle on the play.
That fouls on assumptions number 32, Kanai Glover. His 3rd personal. The Greyhounds' 6th foul.
Taking a look at some of the stats, Twitty averaging 13.7 points a game. Owen Cho's 14.1. Will Morton 19 points a game. Monty Umalavicius 8.1 point per game, but he gets quite a few rebounds. And Michael Bowen, he makes a lot of things happen behind the scenes. He's averaging 4.8, but he also has 5.5 rebounds. Because of his hustle, he plays about 25 minutes a game. Will Morton takes that left-handed shot. He was looking for a foul. Kelly now at the scorer's table. He'll come back in for Assumption College. Definitely a foul underneath. They'll call this against Twitty.
Skyhawks fouls at number 3, Brandon Twitty.
Certainly hope that nobody gets hurt.
The 17th foul.
Twitty resides in Randolph, Massachusetts when he's not in college. He was a terrific player at Catholic Memorial when he played in his high school days. One of the 2 co-captains for the Skyhawks, along with Will Morton. Free throw is good by Jordan White.
Number 4, Matthew Kelly.
Kelly is quick. He's not very big.
Cut ball. 67-47.
So Jordan White, he has 13 points in this ball game, along with Kelly.
Stonehill up by 20.
Will Morton has 14 points in the game. Chose has 9 and 11 points by
Stonehill in the bonus.
Owen DeGraff. All 3-pointers. He has 4 of them.
Checking in for Stonehill, number 5, Josh Mack. Andrew Sims.
Mack comes in.
1-1.
5:07. Sims puts in the first free throw. Let's see what the left-hander can do with the second one. I love the way he maneuvers underneath the basket with that left hand.
Good
Good
ball.
soft touch.
Yep.
He's 6'6". 69-47. Stonehill out in front. Under 5 minutes remaining. And the lead, of course, 22 points. Good hustle by Owen Chose.
A little backcourt pressure now.
He's an aggressive guy.
Oh, travel.
They're going to call Will Morton on a traveling violation.
Greyhounds basketball.
.437, the clock running.
69-47, Stonehill.
This guy drives with his right-handed dribble and shoots it with his left hand. That kind of fakes the defense out. I'm talking about Isaiah Gator from Meriden, Connecticut. Stonehill right now with a 20-point lead. Not in a hurry until they get close to the 30-second clock going down. Nice drive to the hoop. Missed the shot, however.
About a lot of time.
Nice dish underneath and good hoop by Gator. Timeout called
Timeout. Assumption.
by Assumption of Worcester.
3:37 left in the final period. 69-51 Stonehill.
And now fans on the floor.
And again, we want to remind
Cheerleaders.
Stonehill cheerleaders coming out now.
our viewing audience that Monty Umalavicius from Stonehill, he's from Lithuania. He was on the weekly honor roll from last week. When I see some of the other players like Chris Hudson from Bentley, Ryan Rowland from Lemoyne, Chris Paul from St. Anselm's. What a terrific group.
Yeah, ECAT's always looking for extra help, so have fun, learn something. Do the community a service. We offer you lots of ways to get involved. Make programs, film festivals, volunteer at the station, cover community events, meetings, and assist in editing and internships.
Taking a look at the standings, St. Anselm's is in first place right now. They're 11-5. Stonehill is about to pick up their 11th victory. They'll be 11-6. Franklin Pierce is 9-6. Bentley 8-7. So Stonehill still has a shot with 2 games remaining to end up in first place. They're going to need some help though against St. Anselm's. And in the Southwest Division of the Northeast 10 Conference, Lemoyne 13-3. They only lost 3 games in conference play, one of them against Stonehill. Adelphi 10-5, and Southern Connecticut State University 8-7. Here's Will Morton. And there's Sims with the 3. It's an air ball, goes out of bounds.
Assumption basketball.
Greyhounds get it back.
3:08 left in the final period. 69-51 Stonehill.
And of course, this could be too little too late for Assumption College. They trail 69-51, and we got 2:57 remaining.
They just aren't getting those 3-pointers.
Stonehill fouls number 13, Owen Chose. His third personal.
So Chose gets a foul called against him. Reporting to the scorers table, it looks like he's going to get some playing time. Adam Freese. He's a sophomore, and he's from Pennsylvania.
Conley got his first one.
Here's Conley, and he makes them both. So Freeze comes in, Will Morton comes out.
12, Adam Freeze.
Conley's from Rochester, New Hampshire.
And Will Morton getting a rest right now. He has 11 points in this ball game. And certainly Owen DeGraff, for the time he's played, he did a terrific job of picking up
Backcourt press.
4 3-pointers. So they break the press. 2:44, the clock running. And again, they're down about 6 seconds. He'll take the shot now, and they do. And they got it. He not only took the 3-ball and got it, but he left his hand up in the air in the shooting position.
Yeah, and brought his fingers down, sort of pushes it.
That's about as close to a dunk as you can get, I guess. Stonehill will travel to Vermont. Wednesday, they'll take on St. Michael's. They'll be back here next Saturday. They will host Southern New Hampshire University in the final game of their season.
Thompson got his first one.
They will participate in tournament play. The NE10 quarterfinals happen on the 1st of March. The semifinals will be on the 4th, and the 7th of March will be the championship game.
Thompson misses second.
Assumption fouls number 5, Jordan White. His first personal.
Jordan White's got a smile on his face. He knew that he made that foul. The last time he smiled was when he dunked the ball. So it's been a pretty good season for Stonehill thus far, and there's a couple of other games they could have won. They were close ones. They're 14-10 overall. They'll be 15-10 after this game.
Anderson missed his shot.
Offensive foul on the Greyhounds, number 5, Jordan White.
Offensive White foul against White.
The Greyhounds' 9th foul.
Stonehill now being pressured in the backcourt. But an 18-point lead. Should say 17-point lead.
Fouls on assumptions number 2, Isaiah Gator. His 5th personal.
Another personal foul. It's
So,
assumption.
Getting some playing time right now is Johnny Strateski. He's from Los Angeles, California.
He'll shoot 1 and 1.
Adam Freeze is in there.
Also to the Greyhounds, number 3, Thomas White.
Well, Stonehill took charge right there in the first half. Interesting interview at halftime with Kurt Campbell.
Checking into the Stonehill lineup, number 23, Johnny Strateski.
Owen chose his first shot.
We had some youth basketball players from the town of Easton that joined us on the air today.
Got them both.
Stonehill now on defense. Here's Kelly, a long three. Fires it up there, doesn't get it, of course. And Johnny Strateski comes down with his first rebound.
Greyhounds have just had bad luck today with a lot of their three-pointers. A lot of pressure being put on, yeah.
Yeah, they'll call an offensive foul
Offensive foul on Stonehill's number 13, Owen
against Chose.
Fourth personal, the 10th team foul.
So Chose picks up his fourth foul, and what he did was he stuck his hand out.
Yeah.
They called in a pushing foul against the defense.
Dylan Grant.
He started to raise his hand. He knew he fouled before the official called it.
Oh, jeepers, they finally got one.
Nice three by Tiedemann. His first name is David. Great first name. 74-58. 1:10, the clock running. A winding down for the Greyhounds.
Double coverage. Oh, and they still got it.
And all alone underneath for the basket. So Freeze picks up his first hoop in this ball game. And that was a long three from way downtown by Glover. Another freshman from Brockton, Mass. He comes from the home of the Boxers. 41 seconds. It's starting to wind down.
Greyhounds getting their
76 to 61.
Assumption fouls at number 32, Kenai Glover, his fourth personal.
And of course,
That's the team's 10th foul.
14 points
Bonus. Josh Mack will shoot 2.
picked up by Chose. 12 points by Owen DeGrasse. Will Morton had 11. (78-61).
32 seconds left in the game.
And again, a little tricky dribble. Fakes. Shot blocked.
Greyhounds get it back.
Nice defensive effort by Josh Mack. They get it out front. And again, he made the basket. Good hoop by Saxon Thompson. 78-64. We're down to the final 10 seconds. The fans in the stands now on their feet cheering Stonehill College. They defeat Assumption College by a score of 78-64. Stonehill now 15-10 in the overall record. They're 11-6 on the season. Assumption College will go to 6-11 in conference play. They're now 12-12 overall. So a nice victory for Stonehill. Their final two games, St. Michael's of Vermont on Wednesday, and they'll face here in the same gymnasium, Mercott, next Saturday, Southern New Hampshire University. Congratulations to the Skyhawks.
So join us next week, folks.
We're going to speak to Brandon Twitty. Brandon Twitty, of course, from Randolph, Massachusetts. Played his high school basketball at Catholic Memorial. And what a great player he was in high school. And he continues to do likewise. Right now, Stonehill has a record of 11 wins. And 6 losses. And it looks like you're going to be in tournament play. A lot of three-point shooters on the Skyhawks.
Yes.
You're one of them. And Owen DeGraff came off the bench tonight.
Huge game for him.
He got 4 three-pointers, and that was absolutely terrific. We know what Will Morton can do.
Right.
And we know Monty is tough underneath. And then, of course, Chose.
Right.
He can shoot the threes.
Absolutely.
So when you're playing defense against Stonehill, you got to work hard. You can't let you guys shoot. How do you feel about being here at Stonehill College and having the opportunity to play for Coach Chris Krause?
That's tremendous. I remember, like you said, I played my high school ball at Catholic Memorial. I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship to go here. I wanted to stay close to home, and I had no regrets ever since.
Were you after the Ronnie Perry days?
I'm sorry?
Were you after Ronnie Perry?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. You look a lot younger than that. But your feeling about postseason play, I know you got 2 games left. St. Michael's on Wednesday, and you come back next Saturday against Southern New Hampshire. What do you think will happen in the next 2 games?
I mean, yeah, we're very fortunate enough to get in tournament play, but as you said, the next game is St. Mike's. Tough place to play down in Vermont, so we're focused on them right now, and then after we take care of business against St. Mike's, we'll worry about whatever happens after that.
So, Brandon Twitty, you have to make your parents pretty happy. One of the co-captains here, along with Will Morton. This is going to be a time that you're going to remember for years to come, not just for your basketball, but for your education here at Stonehill.
Right.
Something you'd like to say about the college?
I mean, it's just a great fit for me academically, athletically, and socially. Like I said before, I've had no regrets. I built a lot of great relationships here on and off the court, and I'm looking forward to, the rest of the season.
Look up there at the camera as I shake your hand. Brandon Twitty, what a great career you've had here at Stonehill College. For all the folks out there that surround Stonehill that have heard the name Brandon Twitty that I've called many times, it's good. It's a 3-ball. You have done the job, and congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good luck. Good luck for the next 2 games.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
That's Brandon Twitty. And again, the final score, Ken, and we ought to make sure that we give a little pat in the back, certainly to our sponsor for tonight's game.
Yeah, Northeastern Savings Bank's been a good sponsor for us for the whole season, so I want to thank Northeastern Savings, and then also this is an ECAT presentation, so we want to thank everybody that's worked with us this season, including Stonehill staff.
Again, the final score, Stonehill defeats Assumption from Worcester, Massachusetts by a score of 78-64. The Skyhawks qualify for postseason play under the leadership of head basketball coach Chris Krause in his 7th year coaching. He was also an outstanding player. And I'd like to give a thank you to Ernie Smith on camera, along with Chris Dolan, who is our on-site producer. Again, 78-64. We look forward to being back next Saturday for the final home game.
So join us, folks.
Southern New Hampshire University joins us. Have a terrific weekend.